Well, Joe Dinkin is the National Communications Director for the Working Families Party. It's a progressive third party hostile to the nomination of Judge Gorsuch. He joins us now. Joe, thanks a lot for coming on.
Tucker, thanks so much for having me on tonight. And first of all, I wanted to thank you for something that you said last week. You and I may not agree on a tremendous amount, but last week you were interviewing Trump about the health care bill he's supporting, now moving through Congress. And you pointed out that its centerpiece was a massive tax cut for the rich, for investors making more than $250,000 a year, and that the other side of the coin was millions of people who are going to actually lose their health care coverage.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if the tax cut's the centerpiece of it, but it's certainly a component of it, and I think it's an odd place. It's an odd place to put the tax cut, in my view. Yeah, as I put out. But hold on, I mean, I appreciate that, Joe. Well, let me ask you about the judge here, and I'm sure there are always things I agree with people on.
Yeah, and let me tell you why I bring up that.
I'm sure you have lots of reasons for bringing that up, but let me get to the meat of why I want to talk to you, which is about the Supreme Court nomination. Now, I'm sure you don't agree with a lot of the beliefs that the judge has, but the core question is, can he interpret the Constitution faithfully? So I'm going through your materials to figure out what exactly your problem is with this guy, and I get to this. This is a letter that you all sent, your party sent to Democratic members of the Senate at the beginning of this month, and you said here, he has, quote, an extreme ideological agenda supported by some of the most dangerous, ultra-conservative, and white nationalist groups. Now, what does that even mean?
I think that this means that Gorsuch is somebody who's shown through his long record that every act that he's taken, whenever he's given the chance between siding with a corporation or a working class person, every single time he's picked the other side than I would have picked. I don't know if you were following this case.
Wait, back up here. So you said white supremacist organizations. I mean, you have every right to disagree with his decisions, but you're trying to tar him with the brush of white supremacy. And my question is, on the basis of what evidence did you say that?
Gorsuch is, Trump has this Muslim ban he keeps trying to pass. It's been swatted down by judges twice. And the Supreme Court is just one justice away from somebody who will overrule those lower court decisions and make a Muslim ban the law of America. I thought America was a land that believed in religious freedom for all people, and I haven't heard Gorsuch forcefully denounce a Muslim ban. Have you?
So because Gorsuch hasn't come out during the nomination process, I think this is what you're saying, during his own nomination process and attacked Trump's travel ban, you call him a white supremacist?
I mean, Tucker, I think
that's so unfair. It's hard to believe you're actually saying that.
It's one of the core questions of public policy right now, is whether or not our country is one that it has a place for people of all religions, or whether Trump can be allowed to pass a Muslim ban. And until
Judge Gorsuch is about to sit for 4 days, he began today, of his hearings where he can be asked that. But the idea that because he hasn't come out and said anything about it, by the way, a Supreme Court justice's job is not to formulate public policy, it's to interpret the Constitution, as you know. It's not to make laws.
That's right.
It's to determine whether they're constitutional or not. So,
and he hasn't. So because he's fallen way short of the standard of saying.
Okay, but hold on. That may be right, but you tried to tie him to white supremacists. And I just want you to concede that whatever one can say about him or his record, that is an unfair thing to say, and you shouldn't say things like that unless you have reason for saying them, and you don't.
I think that short of him denouncing Trump's Muslim ban, he comes pretty close to that line.
So my children haven't denounced Trump's Muslim ban. Are they white supremacists too? Is that the standard?
I think that there are a lot of problems with the nomination of Gorsuch. He's somebody who, whenever given the choice...
You said something appalling and unfair. Just concede it and let's move on. How's that?
Let's move on.
Okay. I wish you would concede it. I think our viewers understand, and you understand, that you did something that's indefensible, and I'm sorry that you did. But I want you to get to the core. Look, your point is that he's against working people.